Welcome to this very special segment of our show called All Praises Due. All Praises. Let me put some ashe. Yes. And on this week's episode of All Praises Due, by the way, we call All Praises Due APD now, by the way, not Atlanta Police Department. You people that are APD, All Praises Due. Hashtag APD. This week is Osajefo Kwame Nkrumah. Yeah. Before I start talking about Nkrumah, in one of my father's songs, Underground System, he says, I don't sing song for great African men. I don't sing song for great African men. Now Osajefo Kwame Nkrumah be the greatest one. I don't sing song for great African men. Ask many African young people today. Them no know nothing about Kwame Nkrumah. To know Nkrumah, yeah, leader no fide. To know Nkrumah, yeah. Anyway, for us to know Nkrumah, the father of Pan-Africanism in Africa, and our great liberator and organizer. I mean, one of the reasons why I respect this man is because of that title he has. And held back in the day. People knew him as the great liberator, but more than that, they knew him as the great organizer. That's one of the things that fascinates me about our great heroes in Africa. How they were able to organize so monumentally, without email, without planes, without all these road networks we all have today, and they could still do all this work across continents. None of them worked in one continent. Their networks span the globe, uniting all of us to have these freedoms that many of us take for granted today. So quickly to go into a little background of Osajefo. Osajefo is a Ghanaian title called the Redeemer, given to him by the Ghanaian people. The great Kwame was born in September 1909 and he died April 27, 1972. He was the first African prime minister and of an independent African country, making Ghana independent in 1957. Ghana was the first sub-Saharan African country to gain its full independence from British colonialism. That's why they have the black star in their. Nkrumah put a black star in the Ghanaian flag to lead the way, and also in reference and in reverence to Marcus Garvey's United Negro Improvement Association and Marcus Garvey's Black Star line, which was Marcus Garvey's logo, and he also believed that Ghana was a shining light. This Black Star of Ghana is a shining light for all of Africa to follow. I don't know people say, oh, why Black Star? Because black stars are the biggest stars in the cosmos. Forget what they teach you and call them black hole. There's no such thing as black hole. It's a black star because it is so big. You can't see the light because these stars are so big that their gravity doesn't let light escape. Anyway, that's another story for another day. So let me take you to Dr. Seun Kuti, the scientist. He founded the CPP, Convention People's Party, in 1949. He was the Prime Minister of Ghana from 1957 to 1960. And he became the president from 1960 to 1966 when he was ousted in a military coup by the Busia gang and all of them while he was on a state visit to Romania, I believe, that year. Nkrumah did a lot of great things for Ghana in terms of infrastructure, the social welfare of the people, and entrenching Pan-Africanist ideas in Ghana. And also, across the African continent, he was a great mentor and friend with Patrice Lumumba. He was a great friend of Seun Kuti, of Frantz Fanon. He hosted the All-African People's Congress in Accra and subsequently brought a lot of young African leaders together that went on to be great liberators in their own countries as well. As I mentioned, Patrice Lumumba being one of these people that attended this event. Nkrumah did not believe in the independence of Ghana alone. He did not believe that if Ghana alone were independent, that he could stand alone against the forces of imperialism. So Nkrumah constantly called for the unification of African countries to work towards one political and economic goal. Nkrumah was very, very instrumental in the Organization of African Unity, OAU. Nkrumah led a very Pan-Africanist lifestyle. He was a builder. His education was here in the United States of America, and where he studied in the HBCU, and he befriended and studied under the great John Henry Clark. I mean, I like to let people see these connections between the diaspora and the continent, so that nothing has happened for any of us that has been positive without the other. That we've always worked together as brothers and cousins and sisters and mothers and fathers, knowing that our destiny was one and our identity was the same, and we shared the same cultural destiny as a people. I believe that we as young African people today owe him, and great Africans like him, the effort of bringing their spirit back to the fore of political thought. Get in the comment section and let us know how Nkrumah inspires you as well. Thank you very much. Ashe. Oh, God.